You know, it's difficult coming off of a good book because what do you read next? It's probably going to disappoint, right? It is a concern, so I was browsing around Comixology wondering what I should read next, and I thought maybe I should read something that I have very low expectations for. Something that sounds stupid, probably is stupid, but has the potential to be fun anyway. So, Cowboy Ninja Viking. Cowboy Ninja Viking. Yeah. Hmm. So, it was bad. Very, very bad. Um, the premise is fine. Um, so, I, I think the biggest problem with this particular book, of which there were only two issues available, thank goodness, because I almost stopped after one. This, for me, was a real slog to read. Uh, Getting through merely two issues of this was a chore for me. That's Aliens, I thought was incredibly boring. This, I think, is just incredibly bad. Um, the story is really hard to follow, and that's a function of, well, possibly just me, but I felt that it was hard to follow because of a combination of poor storytelling and poor art. The art is very sketchy, as in like sketchbook sketchy. It looks unfinished. It looks like a layout, like someone sketching a quick layout for the artist so they know what they're drawing. It's like, okay, a guy goes here. I mean, it's not stick figures, but a lot of the background. I mean, it's a specific style. I just don't like it. I don't find it attractive, and I find it kind of hard to figure out where people are, who people are, what exactly they're doing, because sometimes the backgrounds are unfinished. Sometimes I have trouble telling one character from another. Um, the writing, the book starts with several flashbacks. It starts here, and then 3 days earlier, okay, and then a week earlier. I'm like, well, wait, a week earlier from the flashback that we're already in, or from the start of it? It gets so bad that there's actually an editor's note saying, for those keeping score, we're a week before current events. Which I think is supposed to be funny, but it just, for me anyway, made the book confusing and hard to follow. Um, it starts out with some oceanographer guy who's on a boat with two other guys, and he's like filming a nature documentary about the fire-breathing poison fish. And they go, dude, we're not in the North Indian Ocean. The fire-breathing poison fish doesn't live here. Okay. Well, do you have anything poisonous? We've got poisonous snails. Good enough. And he jumps in the water and then comes out, and the two guys are gone, I think. And there's a spider crawling on my wall. Excuse me. You, little miss, are not welcome in my home. Out you go. Only spiders who pay rent are allowed in my home. Where was I? Okay, so he comes out of the water, and the two guys are gone, I think, and there's another smaller raft, and he's like standing in one of them, and then he gets back on the boat, and then there's another guy there that says, we're not taking the boat because, and then suddenly they're on the raft, and the boat explodes. I think what happened is some government shady black ops guy came to pick him up, killed the other two guys, and took him off on a raft and blew up the other two. I think that's what was supposed to happen, but just from the art and the storytelling, it's really unclear. I'm not sure that's what... I think that's what happened. So, there's also another point in the, I think the second issue where they're in Tokyo and they're trying to get information on someone's whereabouts. And this shady guy is like, I know where he is. And I'll tell you. For 50 yen. And I stopped reading. I was thinking, 50 yen? Is this supposed to be a joke? Or did the author not realize that 50 yen is literally pocket change? Like, buy a stick of gum with it. 50 yen is about 50 cents. Maybe a little bit less. I don't know when this was written, but the exchange rate hasn't varied that much. So 50 yen is not a lot of money. It's peanuts. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that that was supposed to be a joke and this informant is just an idiot. But if... I don't know. Anyway, so I think the idea behind this is there was this stupid government black ops type of program where they said, okay, we're going to take people with multiple personality disorder and make them like James Bond espionage spy people. Okay. Interestingly, and these people are called triplets because they all have 3 distinct personalities. Although the way the book is written, it feels like it's 4 because Cowboy Ninja Viking, his name is Duncan, I think, has the Cowboy, the Ninja, the Viking, and Duncan seems to be a separate 4th personality. I'm not sure if he is, but he kind of seems like he is, so I'm not sure. Maybe they should be quadruplets? It's weird. And I'm like, did you train each personality did you train one personality to be a ninja and one to be a Viking? Or did it just all happen that way? I don't know. Maybe they get into that in later issues. I mean, the idea is stupid fun, right? We have a bunch of multiple personality people, and we're going to... who have personalities of cool stuff like cowboys, ninjas, and Vikings, and send them off on adventures to fight the other triplets who have different personalities. So, in the second issue, you have Cowboy, Ninja, Viking facing off against Oceanographer, Roman Legionnaire, Pirate. That's pretty cool, conceptually. But, yeah, this did not work for me at all. And the only reason I read it was because of the name, Cowboy, Ninja, Viking. I mean, sometimes you just see an awesome name and you're like, I'll read that. I have another comic in my queue, or in my to-read list, to-read for this show list. It's called something like a Dinosaur Task Force, or something like that. I'm like, Dinosaur Task Force? A task force of dinosaurs? Awesome! It sounds awesome, doesn't it? in a stupid way. I mean, you have a covert ops team of a T-Rex and a Triceratops and a Pachycephalosaurus, maybe. It sounds stupid, but in a really fun way. Well, so did Cowboy Ninja Viking, and it was a bigger slog to read than the 400-page Aliens. So now I'm really considering just not reading Dinosaur Task Force. Because I'm scared it's just going to be terrible. But that's the risk you run when you read 30 comic books, or watch 30 movies, or play 30 video games. There's going to be duds. There's going to be mediocre. There's going to be great. Hopefully. Hopefully more great than duds and mediocre. But, yeah. Well, we'll see what tomorrow brings.